Welcome back to the Eating Good podcast, the podcast where we try different restaurants and food establishments throughout Columbus and beyond, give our ratings, and then catch up on different topics or give you a glimpse into our lives. My name is David.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Oscar.
And someone's missing today. So Marisol is not on our podcast. She's Miss Worldwide. And so we'll have to catch her on a future episode.
Yeah, she is on vacation right now with her family in Peru, and then they're going to Brazil.
True.
Oh, damn.
I think. So whenever she returns, she'll be back on. Might not be next episode.
And she'll come back with plenty of stories, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Today we decided to do breakfast, so Sam picked the spot. I'll let her take it away.
Thank you. Today I picked a beignet establishment called Way Down Yonder Beignets and Coffee. At this restaurant, guests can expect an upscale French-style cafe atmosphere, cozy, friendly, and welcoming. They offer great food, great coffee, and great vibes. Then they invite you to experience the love, culture, and warmth of New Orleans. I never know how to say New Orleans. New Orleans.
The verdict is out.
Nowla.
New Orleans.
Nolans.
New Orleans. I don't think I would say New Orleans.
What did I say? New Orleans.
New Orleans is probably closer to
That's what I would say.
New Orleans. Yeah, not the E, not the lung.
Well, how would the French say Orleans? Orleans.
New Orleans.
Orleans.
Probably.
Orleans.
How did I say it? Nola? No, wait. Nolans. Okay.
Well, here's weird, because I would say Orleans, but I would say New Orleans.
Yeah, I feel like it's New Orleans.
New Orleans.
I wouldn't say Orleans, though.
Right.
If I take the new off.
I guess when it's new, it becomes new pronunciation.
Either way, that's where we went today. Okay, let's start off with the coffees. We each got a coffee to drink.
So I got their toffee not latte, and it was a latte. I didn't feel like the toffee stood out that much.
Okay.
7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
It was a latte.
All right. Well, I also got one of their specialty lattes. It was the maple brown sugar latte. I got it hot. And I think when I first took some sips of it, I got that maple flavor. It almost tasted like I was drinking a maple bacon donut. And I was like, how does it taste like bacon? I don't know. Eventually, I don't know if the flavor got mixed in or it was only at the top. But then it just kind of tasted like a normal latte. So I agree with what Oscar's 7 out of 10.
And I went ahead and got the salted caramel or salty caramel latte. Salt caramel. I don't know. One of those. And yeah, I would agree. I mean, the coffee was definitely caramel forward. Maybe I should have just got it black and added some sugar or something. Try their coffee for what it was. But 7 out of 10.
Okay. Standard. I would say it's not like nothing spectacular. It's just if you want a cup of coffee. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just to kind of go along with the food that we ordered.
All right. Let's move on to the food. So the restaurant is known for their beignets, which are square-shaped pastries, soft and fluffy with a sweet center, dusted with powdered sugar, and other delightful toppings. They're a signature treat of Nolans. They had a variety of flavors at this restaurant, and all of them very sugary. So let's jump into what we got. I think each of us tried. All right, I don't know how to intro this.
Yeah, just talk about your beignets.
Okay, well, I only got 2 beignets. I'll get to my main meal later, but I got the strawberry crunch beignet, which included strawberry crunch flavor, glaze icing, and topped with fresh strawberries. The fresh strawberries were my favorite part for sure. The strawberry crunch, it was so much strawberry crunch, and I don't think I like strawberry crunch that much.
How could you?
So I liked the bites that had fresh strawberries, but other than that, I was just like, it's kind of crunchy, kind of like, I don't even know.
Yeah, it's hard to compare it to, it's not like a donut. Well, it's like I don't know. It's its own thing.
Yeah. So would I get this beignet again? Probably not. I'm going to give it a 6.
Yeah, I agree. It was way too sweet. I think I only ate until I ran out of strawberries, and then I'm like, I'm not touching this. And I actually scraped off a bunch of the strawberry crunch flavor because it was just sugar on top of sugar. I'll give it 5 out of 10.
And then I also tried this one, and I actually really like the strawberry crunch. I think the icing was a bit much on the sweetness side, and of course those fresh strawberries were nice. I could do a little less glaze, keep the crunch for me, and then add more strawberries. It'd be great. I think this hit the craving though, because when I was looking at the menu, this one popped out to me, and I love those strawberry crunch ice cream bars. 7.5 out of 10.
Okay.
I could see myself ordering this one again, but they have a couple other good looking ones.
Okay. The next one that I got was the Banana Foster Beignet, which was a New Orleans classic. I said Orleans?
Mm-hmm.
New Orleans classic made with bananas, sugar, spices, and flambe with dark sauce. Kind of ominous sounding. This one, on the other hand, as soon as I took a bite, I was like, this is the one. This is the good one. This is what I wanted. It's still light but sugary, not as sugary as like some of the other options they had.
Mm-hmm.
The fresh bananas is really what made it. I only wish it had more bananas. Like if it was just covered in bananas, it would have been 10 out of 10. But
100%.
Mm-hmm.
Without that, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I thought this one was way better than the strawberry. I kind of did the same thing where I only ate until I ran out of bananas because it was also very sweet. But yeah, I like this one a lot better. I'll give it 7 out of 10.
Yeah, and I tried a bite of this one too.
You didn't like it as much?
Not as much.
Crazy.
But I did like the fresh banana. And then it's just, I guess, the flambe dark sauce. I don't know. I'd have to get more accustomed to it. 6.5 out of 10. It was so tasty.
Okay. Well, those are all the beignets I got. So aside from beignets, they did have a couple of entree options. I ended up ordering their Southern Beignet breakfast sandwiches. So I got 2 breakfast sandwiches. They were filled with eggs and your choice of normal bacon, turkey bacon, or sausage. So I got one with normal bacon and one with sausage. And they also had cheddar cheese and were dusted with powdered sugar, which I guess I should have read it and known they'd have powdered sugar. I was a little surprised when they came out with powdered sugar because it is like a savory sandwich and then had sugar on top. And I actually didn't mind it. I didn't think it was too much sugar, and it gave it a little different flavor than just like a normal breakfast sandwich. So I did like that actually. And the sausage I will call out is not breakfast sausage, but it was like an andouille sausage, which I really liked. I love an andouille sausage. It just reminded me of like a seafood boil when you get the little sausage pieces. So I would definitely get that sandwich again with the sausage. The bacon was just fine. It was just normal bacon, but it didn't stand out as much. It just kind of felt like a normal breakfast sandwich. So the sausage one, I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10. And the bacon one, I'll give it a 7.
They look good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like that beignet bread just sounds great for like a sandwich, honestly.
Yeah. And they were a good size. Like I could have eaten these 2 fully and been like pleasantly full. Oscar, I know you got some more beignets. Do you want to read some of them off?
So I got their sampler, which came with a variety of beignets. So it came out with 6. We had the strawberry crunch and the banana foster that we already talked about. Came with the pecan praline.
I think it's praline.
I think it's pecan. Wait, what'd you say? Pecan or no?
Pecan.
We just like debate this all episode.
Pecan praline, fried stuffed Oreo, cinnamon toast crunch, and their traditional beignet. So it was a plate of 6 beignets. I don't even know where to start. I think my favorite one, it was the traditional one. It was just a plain beignet with powdered sugar on top. And I like powdered sugar, so I didn't mind that they overdid it with the powdered sugar. Though when I did take a bite, it was hitting the back of my throat. But because it's so soft and fluffy, it wasn't making me cough. You know, I wasn't like the cinnamon challenge or something. So I really like that one. I'll give it a 7.1. Just a little bit better than the banana one. The banana one was my second favorite. No, I don't know how to rank the rest. I would probably say the fried stuffed Oreo was my third favorite. But this one wasn't like a traditional beignet. It was just a fried Oreo. Yeah. The fried Oreo could have been more fried. Like, I think of the ones from the fair. those ones I feel like the Oreos are like melted, like they're oozing. This was not like that at all. It was just an Oreo surrounded by dough.
Interesting.
So it still had a little crunch to it. I ended up, once I finished the Oreo, I didn't end up finishing the dough.
No, because it was just dough.
But it did come with like whipped cream on the side, I think. So that was nice. Then the pecan praline just had a ton of crushed pecans on top, like ground it up, like they put it in the blender and then just put it on top. So I did like that one wasn't super sweet, but whatever drizzle they put on it, sweet southern candy confection drizzled with hot praline sauce and loaded crunchy pecan bits. The sauce and the pecans, good combination. It's just a ton of the pecan on top. The cinnamon toast crunch, I was not a fan of. It literally tasted as if I took cinnamon toast crunch cereal, put it in the blender, and then just started eating it straight. Like just put that in a bowl and just ate it like that. That one was like the cinnamon challenge where it's just, I'm about to spit it all out. Way too sweet. I think I had 2 bites of it and I was done with it. Not touching it. And then the strawberry one I think the strawberry one was my least favorite, but it had fresh strawberries, which I did like. So I had a sugar overload.
Heck yeah, I'm surprised you're still awake right now.
You're struggling just to get through it.
I will say that I don't think this is intended to be eaten as a meal for one person. I think this is something that you order as a table and just share it.
Which is what we should have done today.
We should have done it.
I don't know. I was trying to suggest it, but it didn't. I also didn't know how big the beignets would be.
Yeah.
So it's like, what if they're very small
Like
and it's
bite-sized.
not like big enough for everyone to get a good amount?
Yeah. So we definitely should have done that.
Yeah. Well, also they had like what I thought they had a very small menu. When we get to David's dish, he found the secret menu,
I guess.
that wasn't very well advertised, because then if I knew about that menu, I think I would have definitely suggested we just split the sampler and then order from that menu that had a bunch of hot food.
It was a piece of paper taped on their display and the display was empty. So like
no one would have thought, and it was like in black and white. So
yeah,
it was like,
and it was like
it was an unassuming.
And it looked like an advertisement
for some different business.
Yeah,
because
so
it was like
very confusing.
come to this address to try it, but it was the address we were at.
Right.
We'll get there.
So overall, I have to give the sampler a 5 out of 10. I would not recommend getting this on your own, but I would recommend it sharing it as a group. And of all those beignets, like I said, I think the traditional is the only one I would go back and just order myself. Maybe the banana one, like one of the banana ones, but I'm just sticking with traditional.
Yeah, I feel like the traditional lets just like the bread like speak for itself. You got the powdered sugar to give the sweetness. Not to toot my own horn, but when I went to Nolans, spring break of my senior year in college, I went to Cafe Du Monde, which is like one of like the big popular ones for beignets. And they were great. These ones were good though too.
Yeah, I think you put it in
just
good
a different
way.
shape.
The traditional one let the beignet itself stand out, whereas the other ones, the sugar stood out.
Oh yeah, like all the toppings and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like the same thing. Yeah, I think someone brought it up when we were eating, like with Super Chefs that we did way back.
Yep.
It was like doing too much with like the sugary, whereas like the waffle itself was really good. The beignets here are really good too, but that sugar. It makes it hard to get through the whole dish.
Yeah.
Especially 6.
Yeah. And they had a sampler that had 8. That's also crazy.
Right. Imagine if I would have gone
Yeah. It's
too much.
Like I'm an adult, not an 8-year-old kid.
Right. But yeah, I guess if you're the type of person that literally wants dessert for breakfast, you would like it.
Yeah.
I will say at one point the table next to us ordered just their traditional beignets, but like an order of it. So I think it comes with like 4, and the pile of powdered sugar on top of these beignets was insane. Like when you just ordered a single one, they just put it on top, but when you got the full order, it was like a mountain. Like there was a peak. It was crazy. It's like it just freshly snowed here, so that was fun to see. But yeah, okay, overall I think we're iffy on the beignets. Just they're good to try, not for a full meal. David, let's hear what you got from your secret menu.
All right. I was just thinking, when I was looking up Cafe Du Monde, one thing they serve the beignets with like a real deep, dark hot chocolate. And don't get me wrong, the coffee was good. And I needed the energy this morning because Any morning podcast, I'd be roughing it. But yeah, I think they go really great with like a rich, almost like an abuelitas hot chocolate. But anyways, yeah. So I found this paper. I was the last one of us to order, so I was in line longer, and I was like, oh, what's this paper? Found it, same address, and they had a couple different things like classic dishes from New Orleans, such as gumbo, whether you wanted chicken or seafood. But what caught my eye was the crawfish étouffée. And for those who are not familiar, étouffée means smothered in French, and it's just like a rich seasoned Louisiana stew of shrimp or crawfish smothered in a dark roux-based sauce with vegetables, typically over rice. And so the description by the restaurant was, this authentic New Orleans favorite has peeled crawfish tails simmered in a spicy sauce of onions, bell peppers, celery, and green onions, served with rice in a creamy, slow-cooked stew. And it was exactly what I was looking for, like the little Cajun spice and kick to it. The roux was still runny, but yeah, definitely thicker. And I haven't had much gumbo or anything like that in my life. Like I said, I went on that trip to New Orleans, but it's been so long. I don't remember much. But this hit the spot. I love crawfish tails. They were not skimping. They gave you a bunch of them. And then the little vegetables to kind of break up, add different texture was good too. And even the rice on its own was good. But of course, smothering it in that stew was just a flavor bomb. And then it gave you like 2 little dinner rolls smothered in butter. And that was good too. So that, with the balance of the sweetness with the beignet, I think made an all-around great meal experience for me. I would come back for the étouffée and probably the gumbo to try that too. I'm going to give it like a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
It was very tasty and filling. Like I got it. So I'm an idiot. And I got the beignet and the coffee for there, but then the food to go. But even their to-go portion was great. Like it was just enough where I don't feel gross, but it feels like a hearty meal. And on a rainy day like today, that's what I needed. That is all.
Nice. Yeah, we got a taste of your étouffée, and I definitely would have ordered that. I've had crawfish étouffée at another restaurant in Columbus. I eventually do want to do it for the pod.
Mm-hmm.
Just haven't had time to go there yet. And I do think the sauce tasted more tomatoey than what I'm typically used to, but it was very flavorful, very savory, overall yummy. And I only had one bite.
You're right. Oh man, those crawfish tails.
And I love crawfish, so and it does the work for you. There's just full of crawfish. You don't have to go peeling.
Exactly. The only thing missing is I don't get to suck the brains out. All the flavor.
But if you're like, can you also put the crawfish heads on the
heads,
side?
please.
I'll take the heads on the side. Thank you. All right. Well, overall, do you guys think you'd go back?
If someone else was going, I probably would. It's just like I'm not a big going to downtown area, and it's just like on Main Street or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess if I was in the area, really wanted a coffee and a sweet, or actually scratch that. If I wanted more gumbo or like étouffée, I mean, I could see myself going out of my way for that.
Mm-hmm.
Or like calling ahead and quick pick up. And
Yeah, I agree. I probably would never eat there again because it was very small inside. We were struggling to find a place to sit, and they seemed understaffed, so like tables weren't cleaned and like dishes were piling up. So kind of chaotic to be inside of the restaurant, but I agree I would place a to-go order from this secret menu thing if I was craving like a crawfish or Nolan style food.
Oh yeah, to our listeners, if you ever go, I think it's like on the photo, I think it might have said it's a pop-up, so it's like Wednesday through Sunday or something. Yeah, Wednesday through Sunday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. So just plan your trip then and get some good food.
A lunch.
And I would say like the main restaurant also had shrimp and grits, which looked really good. But then when I found that other side menu, I was like, oh, I'm going to try that.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't end up there again. I just don't like breakfast like that. And I'm probably not going to be there before 3 p.m.
Fair. I don't wake up till 3 p.m. on Sundays.
That's true, David. That'll be tough for you to ever go back if they close at 3.
You're right.
That's funny. You didn't want to go more in depth on anything.
Yeah, people today in there, rude as hell.
Wait, for real?
Well, there was that one table of ladies that they finished their meal and they're just sitting around talking, and they can clearly see that this place is packed. Like, people are trying to find places to sit.
I mean, I was sitting practically right next to the one lady on the couch.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when we did get a table, I was annoyed because I looked at the table next to us and there was 4 people. They were using 5 chairs because one lady put her bag on one of the chairs.
And we were down a chair.
Yeah. I'm like, you see me with my odd chair. Like, everyone has white chairs, and I'm sitting on a purple chair that's one step lower than everyone.
You saw me go find a chair and pull it over. You could have been like, oh, sorry, I have your chair.
Right.
Yeah. No consideration for other people.
No spatial awareness.
Yeah.
Or situational awareness.
If it wasn't stormy, sitting out on that patio probably would have been nice. Take a breeze in.
Yeah.
They had like 2 or 3 tables.
They did have a couple of patio tables out front. Too bad it was thunderstorming.
Yeah, that's probably what made it even more crowded inside today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember those ladies were like, yeah, we came in, we got beignets, we got a table. They're saying that right next to me, like, we're about to eat on this couch because you won't move.
Yeah, because only one of them like had coffee left, and the other 3 were pretty much done, and they're all just sitting there gabbing.
Right.
No, yeah, and she went up and ordered another coffee. Like, she could have got it to go. Instead, got a coffee for their meal's done.
And then finally, a table opens up across the restaurant. We move all our stuff, and then they leave. And I'm like, we could have taken that table. You're right there.
They're trying to spite us.
Right.
Oh, well.
And I feel like they knew we were waiting on that table from how close we were standing to them at one point.
And we were also kind of just like looking around at all times, seeing if anyone was moving.
Whatever. Anyways, let's move on. That was our experience at Way Down Yonder Beignets and Coffee. It's time for our favorite segment. Guess That Movie.
All right. Goodness, this is really a shot in the dark. I hope we've seen it, but let's get started.
As a quick explanation, David is reading a movie, and if we know the answer, we're going to text it to him.
All right, so don't be last place.
There's only 2 of us.
I know.
Oscar, I swear to God.
And the person who normally gets last is in here. No, I'm just kidding. All right. The main character is born in unusual circumstances and faces hardship as they grow without both father and mother. After being taken in by a couple, the already rough circumstances only get more peculiar with time. Our main character feels a strong connection to an unlikely love interest, although it appears they are star-crossed lovers, not destined to be together. The main character fights in World War II and survives catastrophe long enough to make it back home. Despite all the odds, the lovers start a family, but our main character runs away because he feels he cannot be a good father. After some years, the 2 lovers reunite, but under very different circumstances, as she has moved on to start a life with someone new. Although our main character grows older, they only seem to get more childish with age. A hospital stay reveals our main characters succumbing to time, and death is on the horizon. Their time runs out, and they die in their lover's arm. Not long after, their lover passes too. And only then does their child find out who their father is. Something like that. I guess I didn't finish writing the ending. Oscar got it.
Dang it.
Sam guessed The Notebook. Not a bad guess.
He doesn't go to war in The Notebook, but everything else is very similar.
I wrote it where it's like, there's a couple movies that could be fitting in.
Yeah, at first I couldn't get it. And then even when you said he went to fight in World War II, I'm like, I have no idea what he's talking about.
Well, I was like, it's not. Well, okay, originally I typed in Meet the Robinsons. And then you said World War II.
I was like, that's way far behind.
Delete.
But I don't remember what it was. There was something towards the end where I'm like, okay, I know what movie this is.
I sprinkled something in.
And then everything at the end led to The Notebook until you said his child found out who his father was, and now I'm like, that's not The Notebook. I'm pissed.
I will say a little hint. Not that it's like a huge thing, but this movie is based in New Orleans.
Oh.
New Orleans. But it's been so long since I've seen this, so I don't think I've ever.
Is it a war movie? Does it focus on the war?
No.
Dang it. Then I'll never know. Okay, do you think I've seen it?
I think you have seen it.
Yeah, I would have guessed where it's like at least one of those ones where you'd be like familiar with the concept of it.
Yeah.
Which I mean, it didn't hint at it too much. But.
It's a rom-com? Or, I mean, like a romance?
No.
I mean,
drama,
on Wikipedia, it kind of grouped it in a romance thing. I forget what.
It's not a rom-com, but
it's not a com.
It's like a romantic drama, something like that.
What's
romantic fantasy drama?
What year?
2008. So recent memory.
It's not Transformers.
Not Transformers.
Because you said fantasy and then you made a face. So I'm like, is that part of it?
I feel like there's
only one
fantastical element.
Yeah, only one part of it is fantasy.
What? Is there a dragon?
It's the main character.
Mm-hmm.
At one point, I was thinking Harry Potter, but
I did too. But we've done Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I would say, the unusual circumstances for the main character is not just that their parents aren't involved.
I think you should read the part after the World War II section.
All right, I'll start from here. The main character fights in World War II and survives catastrophe long enough to make it back home. Despite all the odds, the lovers start a family, but the main character runs away because he feels he cannot be a good father. After some years, the two lovers reunite, but under different circumstances as she has moved on to start a new life with someone else. And although our main character grows older, he only seems to get more childish with age. A hospital stay reveals our main characters succumbing to time, and death is on the horizon. Their time runs out, and they die in their lover's arm not long after.
Is it Benjamin Button?
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
Ew.
That's why I was like, the one thing I feel like would have given it away would have been the...
It gets younger.
Gets more childish.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the curious case of Benjamin Button.
Well, I'm only saying that because doesn't he look gross at the end?
Well,
It
at
looks
the
gross
beginning, 'cause he's old, but he's baby.
Yeah.
Baby brain.
At the end, he's just a baby.
I remember thinking that was such a crazy concept. I guess it's an old story written by F. Scott Fitzgerald. Or Scott F. Fitzgerald. Whatever the heck his name.
Wait a minute. Brad Pitt plays Benjamin Button?
Mhm.
That's crazy.
Haven't you seen it?
No, I've actually never seen the movie, but I do know the concept. Ew, he looks disgusting as a baby.
I kind of want to rewatch it because I think I watched it maybe once as like a kid.
Yeah, I remember because when he comes back into the girl's life, he's like a high schooler.
Mm-hmm.
I think he even has like a varsity jacket on.
Well, I think the craziest part is when obviously he's a kid in the mind, but he's like working on the boat or something with the person, and then he meets Daisy, but at the time she's like 7 years old, and he's like, I like that. And then, it just goes backwards. So as he gets older, he's just younger, and she gets old.
What a weird concept.
I think it was like, based on a short story in like the 1920s. I think it's the same author as Great Gatsby, Fitzgerald. Maybe I'm wrong.
They like the name Daisy.
Daisy.
Back in the day. Oh, was that in Great Gatsby too?
Yeah, the main girl's name is Daisy. Okay, well, that wraps up the movie. It was a good prompt because you're right. Most people have probably heard of the movie or are aware of the concept.
Yeah.
Even if they haven't seen it.
It's funny. I thought you would have seen it over Oscar. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
I don't know. I was like, this could be a Sam movie.
I always meant to watch it. I just never got around to it, I guess. I don't know. I'll put it on my list.
Mm-hmm. We got to watch friggin' the movie you picked up the other day.
Oh, Tropic Thunder.
Mm-hmm. I'm overdue for that one.
Well, I don't know if we've talked about it on the pod, but the one weekend we watched I suggested we watch Pineapple Express.
Mm-hmm.
And both David and Sam independently thought I was referring to Tropic Thunder because they're like, isn't that the one where they're in the jungle with Ben Stiller and Jack Black? And they didn't know. Like, Sam said that to me, and then David said it to me. I'm like, no, those are different movies.
The name's all very confusing.
Yeah.
Pineapple Express, Tropic Thunder, I guess. I don't know.
Pineapple Express sounds jungly.
Like jungly. Yeah. I'll give you that. And for some reason, I assumed is Tropic Thunder, it's not like a stoner film, right?
No.
No.
But I don't know why it gives...
Pineapple Express is the stoner film.
Yeah. I don't know. Something, the lines get crossed. And for years,
Yeah.
I still make that mistake.
So I was at Walmart and looking through their DVD bin, and I found Tropic Thunder, so I picked it up. So one of these days we could watch it. You could see what it's about.
Can't wait to see Robert Downey Jr. just as a black man.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean, you people? What do you mean, you people?
Okay. Well, do you guys have any topics for today? I had one quick one. Over the weekend, what? It's funny that I asked and then didn't let you talk.
Yeah.
Go ahead if you have one.
Mine's dumb, so don't forget yours. Will you forget yours?
No, I wrote it down.
Okay. Well, I just want to talk about how drenched I've been getting today. Dude. Well, one, it was really rainy and it was like in the morning sprinkling. But of course, when I needed to leave,
Downpour.
And my rain jacket was in my car. So I had to run to the car, got soaked, made it to the restaurant, whatever. Come back home or come back to Sam and Oscar's place. Freaking, I'm like, all right, let me get some water. I walk past a case of water bottles. I'm like, I can grab one of those real quick. No. I'll just grab Brita water. And being the gentleman that I am, I go to refill it. And so I like pull they have like a faucet where you can like extend the thing itself. And so I pull it and I'm filling up the Brita and it's fine. But then I guess it loosened up and it retracted. So it gets pulled back into the sink.
But the handle fell off.
The handle fell off. Handle's still in my hand. And the sink is just shooting water directly at me for like 3 seconds. And I had it on full blast. And I'm just like, ah! And then I finally think to turn it off. And then I just hear, are you okay down there? And I was like, I can't even tell them. I have to show them. And then I walk up and I'm still drenched.
We just hear you screaming. And I'm like, maybe he tried to open like a carbonated can and it exploded on him. And you still are not answering. You're just still screaming.
Well, I was shook because I was like, now they're going to be mad because I broke their sink. And then I come up here and they're like, oh, yeah, that happens sometimes. I was like, what? No warning?
Well, it's not like it doesn't happen frequently enough that I don't feel the need to warn people when they use the sink. Like, it's literally like a couple times a year that happens.
Because the nozzle, it twists onto the hose. Mm-hmm. And so whenever you use it, it just slightly twists.
It slightly loosens up over several months.
Yes.
Because I was going to say...
One day it'll just pop off and you're like, you got to keep an eye out.
Because, it looks like a pretty long, like, twisty thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's definitely, like, little by little, it microdoses unscrewing itself.
It's like a little game. You know? You never know.
The crocodile with the teeth thing where you press your teeth and just... Well, I got bit today by the freaking sink.
So it might happen in a week. It might happen in 10 months, you know?
Mm-hmm. You never know. It's just a fun little surprise.
I hope I'm there, but I'm not the victim, so I can point at the person and laugh at them because it's so scary.
Well, we're probably going to fix it today, and it probably won't happen for like a while.
Until the winter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it won't happen for a while, but I'm glad you got to experience that, David.
Goodness. I almost retrenched myself.
You almost spilled it all over yourself.
Goodness, not my day. Water's not my friend today. Ooh, that is all.
Okay. Well, this weekend I hung out with Jessica and we decided to go to Lincoln Social. And while we were there, they had a happy hour. They had oysters for $3. And I was like, ooh, I like oysters. She said she likes oysters. I was like, let's get a couple. And as we were eating them, I'm like, these oysters are so good. Like, I could probably eat like 50 of these. Like, it would be so good. But they're $3 an oyster. Like, that's so expensive. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we just... What?
There's 150. You got 50.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I didn't order 50 because that would be insane. But I really want to. So I was like, we had only gotten 2 oysters each. Later, we did another round of 2 oysters each. And I was like, that's enough for the craving now. But I want to find a place that has like dollar oysters or something. Because I've seen videos of a girl that she'll like find a place that has dollar oysters and literally get like 40 or 50 of them. And that's not a bad deal. $40 for 40 oysters.
Heck yeah.
Oysters are not cheap. Seafood's not cheap. So I went to like this Columbus foodies group on Facebook and searched up if anyone had asked about oysters. And the cheapest I saw, I think they used to be $1.50, but I think they're $1.75 now, is in the North Market. There's some place that has...
oyster bar?
Yeah, the oyster bar in the North Market. During happy hour, they have $1.75 oysters. The problem is happy hour is only Monday through Friday from like 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. or something. So I'm like, I'm always going to be working. Yeah. So one of these days I'm like, I'm going to take half a day off work and just go to the oyster bar and get hella oysters.
Next round, please.
Yeah,
next round,
I'm going to be like, give me 20 to start. He'll be like, what?
They're like, you're cut off.
Like, what do you got going on today, Sam? Personal business.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just by myself at the oyster bar eating 50 oysters.
You're like leaving at 5 o'clock and one of your coworkers walks in like, I thought you took a personal half day.
I'm like, yeah. This
Yeah.
is what I was doing.
I've been here.
Mind your business.
Mind your business.
Or sit down. There's only half an hour left of happy hour.
Yeah. So if I get 20 oysters for $1.75, $35.
Not bad.
That's-
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
How many did you eat yesterday?
So we each got 4.
Okay.
And that was just a little snack.
Yeah.
Right.
I could eat, they're so small, I could eat 1,000,000 of them. So I can't wait to do that. It's going to be on my mind. I will
Until
make
then.
time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm finishing, I'm in like a busy season right now, but we'll finish our audit in like a week and a half. And it's common for people to just like take a couple days after to relax. So I'm like, maybe I'll do it then.
Mm-hmm.
Stay tuned. I'm excited.
50 oysters is crazy. Also because it's supposedly an aphrodisiac.
Allegedly.
So no, she was like freaked up on this date. Like, where's my date? And he went to the bathroom, quote unquote, and then never came back.
Oh, are you thinking of the other one?
Oh, is that a separate occasion?
So what I'm thinking of is the girl that she goes by herself to the oyster bar and gets like 50 of them.
And just rips them.
But there is that video of the girl that went on a date and she ordered like 40 oysters, not on sale, not on happy hour, and expected her date to pay for them. And he was like, I just met you. I'm not paying for these.
Like,
Yeah.
we came here for drinks.
Yeah.
And then she's like, more oysters. More. Bro, after the second order, I'd be like, I also have to use the bathroom.
Yeah. That's insane.
She left a snail trail on that chair, too. That's
Ew.
crazy.
Yeah, I've come to think that dinner dates are not a good first date. Like, I feel drinks is better. the
Because
more
you
casual.
spend less.
Yeah.
Okay, for me, I'm like, I'll go on a dinner date. I don't care. Because you're going to pay for me.
Shit.
I'll take them to dinner at McDonald's.
Right.
But I
Wendy's.
don't suggest a dinner date. I'll say like, if I'm suggesting it, I am going to suggest drinks. But
Mm-hmm.
so I've had guys ask me out and say like, I want to go to this restaurant.
Or
and
something
I get
snacky.
food.
Be
So,
like, you want to get some beignets?
blah. No.
I would
And
do
then just be stuffed up.
appetizers. Like, hey, let's
Yeah.
go to this
Mhm.
place and just get some appetizers, chips and salsa and a drink.
That's a good, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Something to pick at.
I'm not
Mhm.
expecting a man to take me out to dinner on the first date, but if they offer it, I'm not going to say no. And most of the times, it's like 50-50 they offer it.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to go to Jeff Ruby's?
Hell
yes. Can we go today?
I feel like I'm ready.
Give me 30 minutes.
That would be crazy. That would be an awesome first date.
Steaks? Heck yeah. And you know they got money.
That's
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, I know you got money. Okay. I actually have a guy that's asking me out on a first date right now. Kind of. The way he asked is kind of funny.
Oh, hit us with it.
He said, I hope you don't mind, but would you ever be interested in sort of meeting up?
I like that.
The most roundabout way of like asking me out. I'm going to say
Sure.
yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to say yes, but I'm like, you could have had a little more confidence.
It's like a little backbone there, buddy.
Yeah. It's fine though. He seems like a nice person.
Mm-hmm. Or like it's kind of memey, you know? So it's like a little disarming
Hmm.
where you don't feel like, oh, they're coming on too strong. Just like, hey, you kind of want to go out sometime.
Yeah.
See, I feel it works better in person.
Oh,
Yes,
for sure.
Over message, it's like,
You
It
gotta
is.
be clear over message.
uh-huh. Well, it took him like, I don't know. I was like, where is he getting at? When I'm reading the first half, it took a long time to get to the
Yeah.
like, hangout
Mhm.
part.
Just get to the point over a message.
And you're like bracing yourself, like, what's he going to say?
Mhm.
And then it's like, okay.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
yeah.
Did he send the little finger emojis?
If
He
he
should
did, it
have.
would have been better because then
Yeah.
it would have been like, oh, it's a bit.
Yeah.
Right.
But no, he didn't. So I'm just like, oh, he's very nervous to ask me.
He just like this.
So yeah, that will probably happen. That just made me think of another thing. I don't know how often you guys are going on first dates or whatever, but do you get very nervous for a first date?
I would say no. I feel like I play it up as I'm nervous,
Mm-hmm.
as like a bit. But then, I mean, on the walk over, like drive over, yeah, I'm like, But I think once I'm there, it's very easy to just like, I can be myself. If they don't like it, that's fine too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like I don't try to put a front or anything like that, so I don't get nervous of like it falling
Mhm.
apart or anything. So unless
Okay.
it's just like crazy awkward or something, then I could see myself like starting to sweat at the table, like what's going on?
Yeah, I think one of my friends gave me good advice, and she said, just be yourself, and people are either going to like you or not. So I really only get nervous at at the beginning before like they arrive. But when I'm getting there, like, oh, is it gonna be weird when I first see them?
Mm-hmm.
But then once I see the person, then I'm cool. Just like, all right, just be myself.
Okay. Have you ever been on a date where you notice you can tell the other person is nervous?
Well, I don't have a big sample size, so no.
Yeah, I'd say they were pretty level-headed when I went on my last date. They also kind of asked me out on the date, so I was like, okay. I mean, that takes the pressure off of me.
Yeah.
So that made me feel comfortable. And
And
then,
they already have like a base level of confidence.
exactly. And no, yeah, she definitely was girl boss.
She was
Girl boss.
manhandling you.
She was wrangling me around the southern food restaurant.
She was holding the door open for you.
She pulled the chair out for you.
As we were walking out, she smacked my butt on the way out. I want a gentlewoman who will hold the door for me and smack my ass as I walk in.
Yeah. I was just curious. I feel like when I first got on Hinge and went on my first date, I was nervous. That date kind of ended up being a catfish, so I was like, why was I nervous for this? So after that, I feel like I've become, I'm like not nervous really anymore for first dates. I'm like, okay, here we go. It's kind of like, let's just get it out of the way. It's either gonna go
Good
well
or
or bad or not well. Most of the time, not well.
Yeah, I feel like we probably build it up more in our head. And then the more you do it, the more comfortable you are. It's like interviews.
Yeah, definitely.
And the farther out it is as a date, the more time you have to think about it.
Yeah.
So I think because my day was a maybe like 2 or 3 day turnaround, like midweek until let's do something this weekend.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, bet.
Yeah.
That made it better.
That's the best, is like plan it within a couple of days. That way it's not like there's not enough time for the conversation to get awkward over text and stuff like that. And you're not overthinking it. But I agree. I feel like when I'm at the place, if I get there first, then I start to feel a little nervous. I'm like, oh God, how am I going to act when I see them? But then as soon as I like see them, I don't know, flip a switch and I'm cool. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm chill now. But I do think on the last dates I went on, I could tell the guy was nervous at first because he was like talking very quickly and like stuff like that. And I was like, oh, I have the power right now.
Oh no. See, that's what I'm scared of. I don't want the ball to be in their court. Gotta play it cool.
But then they calmed down and like then they were normal the rest of the time. So it's like, okay, we're good. We're even playing field again. But that's what this message of this guy made me think of, is like, he's very nervous right now.
So for your first dates, do you ever have some that feel like an interview and then others that just feel like you're hanging out?
Yes. I would say most of the time it doesn't feel like an interview, but in the fall I went on a date with a guy and it did kind of feel like an interview. But I almost think it's because it was a guy that he gave off the vibe that he knows what he wants, like he wants to settle down. So he was asking like just the important questions right up front.
Yeah.
So that felt a little more interviewy, but I mean, I didn't mind it because I'm at the age where I want the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's
don't want to
fine.
waste time.
Like, yeah, it's like we don't need to be hanging out friends. Like, let's see, do we think we're going to be compatible in general?
Wait, so you sat down, he was like, all right, let's get down to business.
He pulls out a binder.
He's like, rough estimate, how many eggs do you think you have left? Like,
No, it wasn't like, it was still like
He's taking notes
in a
on his
casual
notebook.
way. It wasn't like directly like, do you want to be married? Do you want to have kids? Stuff
in
like
the next
that.
2 years.
But
or
it was
something,
like,
It's like, what do you think of your drink? Do you want to have kids?
no. It wasn't like that. Like, it was still in a normal way, but we would talk about like, oh, do you have siblings? Are you close with them? Like, are your siblings married? And
Okay.
it's like,
kind of getting an idea
yeah,
of
like,
your
do
like.
they have grandkids? Like, do you have nieces and nephews? Do you want kids? Stuff like it just like naturally was like that. And I thought the date went very nice, and I thought he was cute. We didn't necessarily. I feel like it didn't necessarily have like a big spark, but it was like it went normal enough. It was like, good, I would date this person. Like, I would go on a second date. I get home and I look in the mirror and I have a big ass piece of like parsley in the middle of my 2 front teeth because we got truffle fries or whatever, and they had a little herbs on them. And I was like, oh my God, he probably got the ick.
It didn't say anything the whole
Sure
time.
enough, the next day he unmatched me.
Wow.
Dang.
And I blame the stuff in my teeth.
Dang.
Well, if he's asking about your values, even a roundabout way, he could have had the value of honesty and been like, you got something in your teeth.
That's what I was like.
And then that
Nah,
would've
but
solved
if
it.
I don't think I could tell somebody that I just met that. But
What?
that's one of the biggest things I'm like the most self-conscious about. And then it happened to me and I was like, no.
Of course.
I will say, after you told me that you would prefer someone to tell you, I do it all the time. Like, I'll be talking to someone, like, oh, you got some chocolate on your front teeth.
Or like the worst one's like you got a booger.
Oh
and
my
it's
gosh.
like and
That's
it's like
the worst.
it's
had one of
That
those.
one is more
It's-
awkward. Shout out Salma. She told me when she was here a couple of weeks ago that I had a booger hanging out, but it got me correct.
there was one friend too where they were like, kind of like sniffly and had some snot, not like dripping, but just like, and I just wiped the snot from their nose.
Wait,
I did.
you put your thumb on their nose?
Yup, wiped it up. I went like the little.
I thought you meant you did that to yourself.
Oh, to signal
as a
them?
signal to them.
Oh no! I just reached the.
Oh my gosh.
And then they were fine with it. It was really funny.
Dude, I don't think I could do that
No.
to anyone.
No.
Like, I'm not even doing that to someone I'm close with.
Not even to like my sister. I'd be like,
It just went into autopilot. I don't know what happened.
you
Dude.
turned into mama.
Literally,
Like a mama mode.
for sure. I'm surprised I didn't pull out a napkin out of nowhere and just like.
You put the
I
tissue up, blow.
I don't even know because I did it and I also probably just wiped it on my pants or something.
Ugh.
Dude, I don't know.
And you're such
We
a
were at-
germaphobe.
Yeah, I don't know what. Or we were at a bar, so I was probably drunk.
Drunk, yeah.
Oh man.
You got something to say, Luna?
Anything at all, Luna? No.
Luna's cuddled up next to me.
Yeah, she's having a lazy Sunday today.
Since Marisol's not here, we have a lot more space in our
Mhm.
studio bed.
This is the best free pull-out bed I've ever gotten.
For real, it is mad comfy. I remember when I was first visiting, I'd be like, "Dude, I could sleep here. I could sleep in on this couch."
But like, it's crazy because you lay down on it and you look at it, it doesn't look comfy at all,
Mhm.
and then you just settle
Settle
in
right
and you're like,
in.
oh, this is so
Yeah.
good.
Get the right pillow formation and
Yeah.
you're golden.
And it's the foam topper.
Yeah.
Because like the
Mhm.
mattress itself is very thin because it's a pull-out couch, but we put a
Mhm.
foam topper and it makes all the difference.
Wait, when you guys fold it in, you just keep the foam topper on it too?
No,
Like if it,
so we'll take the
okay.
foam topper off if we fold it up, but we never fold it up anymore because we
That-
just
True.
leave it open for the pod and for guests.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else or what else?
Well, I saw something on Reddit I could read.
Hit it.
If you could visit your teenage self for 10 seconds, what would you say?
Ooh, 10 seconds. That's it?
crazy.
Let's say like 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Is that
No,
too
that's too
much?
much time.
All right, you got a
If I
minute.
have 10 seconds, I'm going and I'm saying, don't date that man for 4 years.
Fair.
Which one? When you're in your 20s, do not date that man for 4 years. Cut it off after one. What are you doing? And then I disappear.
10 seconds.
Yeah, I can time you if you want.
I don't know. I didn't even know I would show up and be like, oh, damn, you look good. Bruh, friggin' make your drink of choice vodka sodas instead of beer because you go beer belly gonna get crazy.
What would you say?
What would I say? I would probably say take more chances, talk to more people, play less video games.
Play less video games.
Play less video games by yourself.
Quit being a loser. Go out and make friends.
Because like even now, it's so hard for me to keep my attention playing a game
Mhm.
unless I'm playing with somebody else. Like if I'm chatting with someone, I could play for hours. But as soon as they like I'm playing Minecraft and they log off, I'm like, what am I doing? I'm gonna go do something else. Though I haven't played Minecraft in like 2 years.
All right. I think what I've come up with is something along the lines of, yeah, probably taking a little from Oscar. Follow your gut, take chances, because time's going to pass by anyways. Also, don't take that first job that you get offered from college. It sucks.
Oh wait, I would also throw in wear your retainers. Don't stop wearing them, you fool.
It's going to feel like a little change day by day, but you're going to look 5 years down the line like, damn, I need
Yeah.
a Invisalign.
I'll throw that in. Save 10% of every paycheck.
For real. Start that Roth IRA.
Okay, I have a challenge. Well, more of like not a wager. Okay, how many states do you think you could name within 30 seconds?
Shit. Maybe like 10.
That's it.
I'd probably say
I don't know. Cause
I'd
like,
overthink it in 30 seconds.
You start naming it and you're like, oh shoot.
Like, I already said Alabama.
Okay, one of us is gonna have to do it.
All right, who wants to do it?
Who thinks they can name the most?
I feel pretty good, but I don't know. I know I'm gonna stumble on something dumb. Like I could probably do 20 because that gives me a couple seconds error of like overthinking it.
Okay, so are we gonna have David do it,
Me? Okay.
You want to do it?
or do you want to do it?
Whoever.
Yeah, I
don't
think
mind.
David should.
Okay.
Okay, let me know when you're ready. Or do you want me to count you down?
Count me down.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Pennsylvania, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Michigan, Alabama, Tennessee, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, Florida, Texas, California, Wyoming, Oregon, Washington, Utah, Idaho, Arizona, Nevada. Did I say New Hampshire already? Fuck,
I don't think so.
Vermont, Maine, Massachusetts.
Time.
All right. That was what, like,
I think it was like 24
nice. Okay. I'll take that.
because I did this hand. I think, yeah.
All right. Anyone else want to try? If not, I'm going to say a strategy that I was thinking, or like, I guess it would be a reverse strategy. Not efficient.
Let's see. I tried to write down how many you got. I think I missed like a few of them.
We weren't well prepared.
No.
Yo wasn't ready for me to shoot him out that fast.
I know. I was like, oh,
You're like,
he's
what
going.
the? I was going region to region, Midwest, and then I jumped south for a little bit, and then I jumped west.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the way I was thinking of it in my head. As
Did
long
he
as I
get-
hit 20.
Did he get to 20?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Who's up? What you say, 30 seconds?
Yeah, I was like 23 or 24 states.
Oh my God. I'll do it. Okay. Oh no, I'm scared. I'm sorry, Luna. I'm
You
sorry.
got so scared. I didn't do it.
Wait, somebody's gonna have to count them.
Why'd you get so scared?
Hi, Luna. What?
What happened?
Just getting annoyed now.
Okay, sit, Luna.
Paparazzi. We're paparazzi.
Yeah, Luna. I'm sorry for screaming.
Someone's like, I'm nervous now too.
Okay, am I doing it?
You got this.
Okay, calm me down. Like no thoughts, just vibes.
Oh, am I timing? All right, I'll time you right. How do you set 30 seconds? I'm just okay. Whatever.
You don't know how to set 30 seconds?
I'm just gonna do this. All right. 3,
Oh no.
2,
Okay.
1, go.
Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine, Maryland, Montana, Missouri, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Idaho, Florida, Texas, Louisiana, Tennessee, Georgia, North Dakota, South Dakota, Oregon, Washington.
Time.
That was
Dude,
a lot.
that felt like a longer 30 seconds. You named so many. What
There's
the hell?
so many. I couldn't even keep up.
You named at least 30, dude.
Okay,
When you started doing alphabetical, I was like, fuck, she's got it.
No, I only know because I know the state song alphabetically
Uh-huh.
only through like the letter
Delaware.
C and yeah, Delaware. So then after that I just started going by region or like letters I knew were near each other, like the M's.
Yeah.
I don't think I got all the M states, but I knew a lot of them. Okay.
And we're back.
Are we making Oscar do it?
Nah, I think we've done enough.
I thought you were out there practicing.
Right.
All right, 30
he's
seconds.
cheating. He's studying a map. We could make Oscar name as many Pokemon as he can.
Bruh.
It's like, how did you name 651 in 30 seconds?
All right, just kidding. Well, that was fun. I think I beat David.
You did, clearly.
The alphabet, the state song really helped
Mhm.
me
You
in the
got
beginning. I
Some
got
good momentum off of that. Yep.
All right, next. How many presidents can you name in 30 seconds?
Give me
4.
5 minutes. I can still only name 4.
Yeah. I could probably hit 10, but
You think you could
It's-
hit 10?
I
No
think
way
so.
I could.
Not in 30 seconds, but
Okay, let's as a group.
try and name as many.
Uh-huh. Let me and David get the easy ones, Oscar. I'm sure you know more difficult ones.
I don't know. I know a few maybe. but not
George
a lot.
Washington.
All right. The first president. Can never forget him. Never forget.
Harriet Tubman. She's on the quarter, isn't she?
Is it George W. Bush?
And George H.W. Bush.
Boom.
Does Trump count twice?
No, he only counts as one.
I'm just kidding. He's 45, 47.
Okay.
Obama.
I am Bill Clinton. Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
Almost forgot that one.
He almost forgot that.
Abraham Lincoln.
Hoover. Herbert Hoover, I think is his name.
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield. Is that a person?
Yeah.
That's Spider-Man, isn't it?
Wait a minute.
Is it Andrew Garfield?
Isn't that also a president?
I don't know if it's.
I don't know if it's Andrew, but
Garfield.
it's Garfield for
There's
sure.
definitely a Garfield.
Grover Cleveland.
Garfield president.
It might be Andrew Garfield.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Would you say
James Garfield.
James Gar-
Dang it. That one doesn't count then. Well, Garfield maybe.
What was the one you just said?
Grover Cleveland or Cleveland Grover, something like that? No, Grover Cleveland. I think it might be one.
I think it's Grover Cleveland.
Well, because Garfield lived in Menor, didn't he? There's like a Garfield house.
I think something like that.
Yeah, but it's not Andrew Garfield.
No, it's
Yeah.
not. That is Spider-Man.
Roosevelt, Teddy Roosevelt, or Theodore Roosevelt.
Yeah.
FDR, but what the hell is it? Franklin? No, FDR.
Franklin D. Roosevelt.
Franklin D. Roosevelt. Yeah.
Is he the one that was Watergate?
No,
that
Lyndon
was-
B. Johnson.
That was Richard Nixon.
Oh, wait.
But you got another one.
Richard Nixon.
Was Lyndon B. Johnson the real fat one that died in the bathtub?
No,
Or was that who? I don't know. One of them.
that might have been Grover
Cleveland. Well, shit.
Well,
We
it's,
said,
it's not Andrew Garfield. I think it's Andrew Johnson.
Oh,
Oh, well,
there's
yeah,
another
you
one?
said that earlier. Never mind.
You just got to rub it in more that I
No,
said.
my bad. My bad.
Who the hell was the second one? Sam Adams? Just kidding.
John Hancock. Wait, no.
That wasn't a president.
No, it was, his name's like Andrew or something.
Yeah.
Quincy Adams or something.
Golly, we're bad at this.
Oh, I looked it up, so it doesn't count, but his name was John Adams.
John Adams.
Okay, I think that's about all that I know.
Oh, no, that was the one I got.
Oh.
John Quincy Adams.
Oh, okay. We got it. That counts.
Yeah, we got it.
No, but you guys pretty much got anyone I would know.
Oh, freaking handsome man. JFK.
John F. Kennedy.
John F.
How can we
Kennedy.
forget?
Yeah.
R.I.P. And that's all the presidents that have ever been
That's
president
honestly, yeah,
of the
for real,
United States.
to be honest.
Ronald Reagan.
Oh, yeah. I know that name.
47 who? I only know 13 or whatever. We have 8 maybe.
How many did we get?
17.
Woo! That's not even 50%.
Yeah, we can hit 20, right? Do we know 3 more? Those middle presidents get lost in the sauce,
Yeah.
dude.
Who was before Bill Clinton?
I think it was H.W.
H.W. And then I think it might have been Ronald Reagan.
Woodrow
before.
Wilson.
Oh, yeah.
Was he the one that was vice president and then became president for a little bit?
Yeah,
I
think
ain't never
so.
heard
Maybe.
of that man in my life.
Maybe when
He's got
Abraham Lincoln died.
He's got silly glasses. Oh, was he after Lincoln?
I'm not sure. I could look it up. We need 2 more.
Freaking Winston Churchill.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Woodrow Wilson, his 28th president, 1913 to 1921. So he was in
Oh,
there for
8
a while.
years. Yeah, no, he might have been a full-blown president then. Who took over JFK?
Nixon, I think.
But what, that wasn't his vice president, was it?
It might have been. I don't know.
Shit, 18 it is.
18 it is.
Because I think they used to do that. A lot of the presidents would be like,
Dying.
no, not dying.
Oh.
One would be from one party, and then the other one, the vice president, would be from a different political party. So they'd be like, look, we're buddies.
Okay. I wish they would still do that.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sick. And then they could just lie to us, make us feel comfortable, and then they're still making money behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So 18 presidents.
That's all you need, to be honest.
Thank you.
We got the good ones.
We got the good ones.
I guess we got the good ones. Who's your favorite president? Teddy Roosevelt. He liked parks. He created the national park system.
Obama. Mitt Romney. Nicki Minaj song.
For my favorite president is our first black president, Bill Clinton. He was cool and he played the saxophone.
Not the Monica Lewinsky.
And he couldn't
of it
turn
all.
down a nice, thick white woman.
I did not have sexual relations with her.
Dude, I heard someone talk about it on a podcast where he phrased it that specific way, like so weird, because they gave a definition of sexual relations in a past thing. And if he would have said it different, it would have like incriminated not for the Lewinsky thing, but for the past one, because of the way the jury or like the judge decided what sexual relations were. So I don't know. I guess oral didn't count.
Yeah, it was like oral relations or
Yeah.
something.
I'm like, dang, that's crazy. When you're that deep in, it's like, all right, we just got to find the loopholes
Yeah, use
to
the right
word
words.
things, or else you could be not president anymore.
Crazy. Not be president just because you had sex with someone that wasn't your wife?
It's like, was it worth it? Well, his wife is Hillary Clinton. No, I'm just kidding. She was a baddie though. I like when she was young. Freaking who else? Pelosi. She was
Nancy Pelosi.
She had some big old Pelosi's.
Oh my gosh.
It's crazy how they can be so old and still doing stuff. Mitch McConnell was a babe when he was young. No, I'm just kidding.
Right. They need to put those age restrictions.
For
Or
real,
like
dude.
some some tests to see like, are you mentally sound?
Yeah. Or it's just like if you're older than 72.
Why? It's like,
No
why
more.
do you
You're done.
retire?
Give the next generation a chance.
Yeah.
Just retire. Enjoy.
Because retirement age is what, like 65? 68 maybe got moved up. But like,
Mhm.
yeah, we shouldn't have people that are this
Nearing
old in
80.
politics.
Yeah.
It ain't the 70s. It ain't the 80s anymore.
Mm-mm.
It's 2025.
I feel like we got a lot of young politicians too.
Yeah.
So it's like, also crazy. I don't know his whole career, but JD Vance like was in Ohio, like recently elected, right? I feel like in the last couple cycles,
Yeah.
and he's pretty young, and then now he's vice president. Like,
Yeah.
what the heck?
Yeah. Well,
What a crazy jump. I mean, I guess
strategy.
congrats to that man.
Yeah. And I mean,
You know,
strategy.
because he's what is it, senator or whatever for Ohio. So they're like, we need the Midwest vote. JD Vance, our
True.
best pick. It's all strategy.
Oh yeah, especially like when Trump. I don't know. He's quick to be like, "Fuck you. You're not on my team. You're a loser." Even happened with Pence. I feel like, and Pence was
Oh yeah.
just
was like,
the
"What the
most
fuck, bro?"
stoic. Yeah.
He's like, I'm just doing my job.
He's like, back me up on this January 6th thing. Pence was like, I won't say anything.
Okay, well, I have one write-in suggestion. I sent in a Snapchat and said, better start the pod. What should we talk about? So Emma said, if you were going to win a Guinness World Record, what would it be for?
Like something that I could actually do or something that I want to be known for.
David, I don't like this menacing laugh.
Most oysters ate in one sitting.
I'd be like, I can't pay for them. I'm setting a world record.
I thought this was a food challenge. Sir, you're out of the Long John Silvers.
Something you think you could do. And then I guess what would you want it to be known for?
Chug a gallon of milk the fastest without throwing up.
Like you
Okay,
think
which-
you could do that?
Which one is that? Or do you want to be known for that? Or you're most capable of that one?
I think you could do it.
I think I'm capable of doing it. This sounds realistic. I don't know if that's what I want to be known for.
Right. Milkman.
I thought it was like humanly impossible to do it without throwing up.
I don't know.
I don't know the science behind it, so I don't know if I necessarily believe that.
Fastest to eat 2 bananas and chug a 2 liter of Sprite.
What?
Have you ever seen that challenge?
No.
If they eat bananas and drink Sprite, they start throwing up.
What?
I don't know what
Is
causes
it because of the things you're eating or just because of the volume? I think it has to be a volume thing. It doesn't make what reaction could bananas and Sprite
I don't
be
know,
having?
but they'd be throwing up. They'd be throwing up
You be
hard.
watching them throw up? You be watching these videos?
He's
Well, this
watching
was
these.
it was in the era of like the cinnamon challenge, and that one just really stuck with me. The banana and Sprite challenge. I think Salma might have tried it, if I'm remembering correctly.
Did she
That's an
throw up?
insane thing to try. Who wants to chug 2 liters of anything?
Right.
Not me.
It's a big bottle.
Meanwhile, you're over here chugging a gallon of milk. Right, Loon?
I think I could set a record falling asleep the fastest.
Oh yeah, dude, what the hell? I
The
get so
shortest
mad.
amount of time. Just lay down, sleep.
The other day, I couldn't fall asleep, and I was telling my coworker, yeah, it took me half an hour to fall asleep. And she's like, oh, that's not long. That's normal. That's how long it takes me to fall asleep. I'm like, bro, when I take a 20-minute nap, my timer's 21 minutes because I only need that minute to fall asleep.
Jealous, dude. I need it like 7 to 10 minutes, I think.
Maybe I can also crack my fingers the most amount of times. Like, I don't know.
Most times washing your hands in one day. That's probably what I'm most likely up for. Wanting to be known for, though, for real, those oysters. That'd be a crazy thing to be like, hey, babe, on a first date, like, yeah, I have a Guinness World Record. I'm a certified slurper.
Oh my gosh.
It's like I had a boner for days.
I had to call my doctor. It had been over 4 hours.
I don't know if I think it's a myth that it's an aphrodisiac.
No, I think so too.
I don't think that's true.
I don't know, man.
It's just a placebo in you.
Yeah.
More like a
David's
placebo.
David's on his 10th oyster and he's like, I have to leave now.
Stand up, but as I stand up, you just hear wood on wood action.
So dumb.
I'm gonna blow this popsicle stand. No, it would definitely be a food challenge, but like, I feel like with those Guinness World Records, you have to find like the most niche thing. Like I was watching Tosh Bono the other day, and some girl set the record for most Post-it notes stuck to face in 1 minute or something. She just like had like 36 Post-it notes, and it's like, yeah, you just find like the most random thing
Like,
to be
yeah,
a record in.
Just something that nobody has done as a record that is like not necessarily difficult.
Quickest to tear the stuffing out of 12 teddy bears or something, you know, just like something dumb as heck.
Most doorknobs licked in 10 minutes.
What?
I don't know.
Where would you go location wise to find the most doorknobs in a congested area?
Home Depot.
A hotel. A hotel. We're like, oh, that'd be some
You're
gross
getting
old ones.
diseases.
It'd have to be a 5-star hotel.
I was going to say Home Depot.
The freaking wall of doors.
Yeah.
Run down the line.
Most pairs of socks worn at once.
Oh.
I would do that.
You lose circulation. You're like, I can't feel my feet.
I have to get my legs
Like-
amputated.
You have to like get a buzzsaw like at the doctors to get the socks
like
off.
it's a cast.
Well, I think that happened. Yeah, but like again, I think that would happen to people when they try to do like the 100 shirt challenge or whatever.
And you
They'd be
like start suffocating.
they're like, cut that boy off.
Bro, imagine you'd have to
Dang.
get your feet amputated because you did that. But do you get to stay in the world record book?
They better. And if someone is just an asshole and like the next
Beats
year
it.
just beats it just to spite you.
Like,
They better lose their feet too.
See, that's the trick with like the shirt challenge. You can't wear 100 of your own shirts. You're getting bigger.
Yeah.
You gotta like buy
You gotta
XL,
buy them
double
bigger,
XL,
bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I start with like women's socks, and then I gotta get men's socks, and then like really big
hiking
men's.
socks.
Yeah,
And then freaking
The,
leotard or freaking, I don't know, legging.
you got to use socks
stockings.
that are like 2 years old where the elasticity is stretched out.
mm-hmm.
You prepare for 2 years,
Yeah.
just
You're
stretching
you
the
have a
hell out of your socks.
Of an hour every day you just dedicate to stretching socks in preparation.
So that way in your photo you look strong as heck too.
Imagine how thick it'd look, like a boot, but it's all socks.
Right.
Dude, it'd be like so much cushion. You could jump off of anything
Yeah.
And land.
and land and be all right.
Sure, your knees might blow out, but your feet will be fine.
I'd want to be known for the most chicken wings ate in one sitting.
You've been practicing the last couple weekends.
Shoot. I don't think I could do it, but that's what I'd want to be known for. Yeah, last night I ordered wings, and Morgan's like, "You're a wing guy, huh?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like, including this time, last 3 times I went out with you, you ordered wings.
At the different bars.
Yeah, I'm like,
So funny.
I've only ordered wings at the bar 3 times in my life.
You just happen to be
Just
there every
happen to
time.
be- yeah. Because I normally don't order food when I go out, like on a Friday or Saturday night. But I don't know. These last 2 days, I'm like, I made some money. I'll get some wings.
Right. Treat myself.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure there's someone has tried this, but like, I feel like I could eat a lot of popcorn, and I'm betting a lot of people haven't thought like, I bet you I could eat the most. Maybe I'll be the first person to try that.
What
Most
if you get a
popcorn-
piece stuck in your throat and you start choking?
Oh,
That's a risk I'm willing to take to be the best Sam.
It'll foil
Sometimes
your plan.
Right, it's like you're on a time crunch or something. It's like I can't keep going. I need to get this kernel out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get bored eating popcorn, and then once it's stuck in my tooth, I can't think of anything but getting that kernel out.
What about normal corn? Most
Kernels.
kernels of corn consumed.
I could do that.
I could do that.
You just like have
Corn
to pick
is
them
good.
off one by one. Ah, damn! I lost count. You needed one of those clickers. So that
No, or
know.
you do it by weight or something. Most grams of corn eaten.
Yeah.
Right, the bone and all
Shoot.
No, it's already off the cob. It's not on the cob.
of the bone.
But your
No.
your poop, your next few poops are
Ooh.
gonna be wild. Just boop, 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 boop,
It's
boop,
gonna.
boop.
You have a Gatling gun
Yes, the BB
coming
gun.
for your butt. Good.
No, if you had to do it eating it off the cob, that would be way harder.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
sure.
break my teeth.
You bite too hard, too far.
I just finished my Invisalign treatment.
Did you see that video of Jason Derulo? He put a cob of corn on a drill. And then like turned the drill on and tries to bite it and his teeth broke.
Actually, or was it a meme?
No, I think it was
actually.
real. And he had to go get new teeth.
I'm glad, dude. I don't know why. I'm not a fan of Jason Derulo.
No, you hate Jason
I
Derulo.
hate
for
Jason
some reason.
Derulo. For no.
That's the only person or artist that I know you actively dislike.
You're like, he deserved it.
No, for real.
No, the video is crazy to watch too. Oh, that must have hurt so bad.
Because I've seen that happen to like people on like Tosh.0 or something, but I didn't think. Well, no, I did think Jason Derulo's that dumb. He would do that shit. And the trumpets they go. Freaking his teeth fly out. It's crazy because he obviously has never wronged me in any way. I've never met
Obviously.
him, but it's a blessing and a curse. His music is too catchy. For some, it just rubs me the wrong way. Like I think if you took his songs and gave them to someone else, I'd be like, this is kind of a bop.
But it's just him.
It's just him. Like if Pharrell was singing and the trumpets, there you go. I'd be like, okay, Pharrell, you're feeling happy.
But when it's
Friggin-
Jason Derulo, you're like, no, fuck you.
Fucking-
Well, it's like, bro, you really gotta be melodic with your name too. Jason Derulo. It sounds good, and good for you for making a resurgence on TikTok. Wasn't he like one of the celebrities to like first pop up on it?
Probably.
To my dismay, I thought we were done with him. I thought we left him in the 2000s, 2010s. I'm probably gonna go home and watch that 10 times.
That video of
Yeah.
him with the corn.
That sucks. Well, he's got the money though. He can get good teeth,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was fine.
Get the
and he probably
veneers.
made a bunch of money off that viral clip too.
Dude, it's so weird. I'm gonna have to show you
Because
right now.
it sounds funny, and you're like, oh, this is a quick, efficient way to eat corn cob. But drills are fast.
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
a lot
Really
of
fast.
power.
You have to like half press it to even stand a chance.
How is it not the first thing popping up? Jason Derulo corn.
Corny is probably the first thing that comes up.
Okay.
I've always wanted to try it. Life hack. Hey, have y'all seen this?
I like how he's like life hack.
Yeah, he starts off slow and then it
Yeah,
went crazy.
see, and then he's getting too funny with it. That's crazy. And they were his two big old front teeth too.
An article: Jason Derulo knocked out his teeth eating corn with drill and bizarre TikTok.
Well, that's the price you pay for being the first top celebrity on TikTok.
Wait, yeah. Some people are saying maybe it's fake. I don't know.
Or maybe he already had like he needed to get fillings
Mhm.
anyways, and he just like, I'm gonna knock these loose real quick. That's like when my orthodontist said, "Don't eat hard candy or you lose a bracket." And I was like, Starbursts are soft, and they fuck your shit up.
Sounds like people are not sure if it was fake, but
His reaction seemed a little, and he's not a great actor, obviously. Jason Derulo, he sucks.
it said he was spotted in a car with his full set of teeth later in the day. So unless he got them fixed right away.
Or he
I mean, they
could've-
looked real broken though.
Yeah, or he could have done it, got his teeth fixed, and then posted the video.
Right.
Like he's not gonna
Yeah, that's true.
announce that his teeth are broken that moment, and then like,
True.
yo, look at his fucked up teeth. Paparazzi gonna be all over him.
Hell yeah.
That's true.
Sitting on that video knowing like, shit, I gotta go to the dentist in 3 days because I'm dumb. I've been watching a lot of Tosh Pono recently, and everything that you see, it's like someone did the milk crate challenge. Also, they did it really
Dude.
well. They went up like 7 levels.
Wait, you gotta explain what it is.
Oh yeah, the milk crate challenge is back in the COVID days. They would
This
get
sounds crazy.
empty milk cartons and stack them up, and it started, I think, with like they would make like crackheads do it
Yeah.
to be funny.
It was like the Crackhead Olympics or
And
something.
so it was like you stack 1 and then 2 and then 3, or like however you do it. Sometimes they do like 2 rows of it. But yeah, you got to try and get as high up or finish the obstacle. But obviously they're not
so
stable.
unstable, yeah.
And you get anything higher than like 4 up, even 3 up, you're.
Yeah.
But yeah, this person on Tosh Pono, it was like the single stack, and it went up to like 6 or 7. So it looked like the Mario, like the final level of the first level of Mario. And he does it and he falls, and his friend is obviously laughing like, shit, we got that on video. And then he's like, oh, it's broken. And it's always like on Tosh Pono, their arms are bent or like the bones sticking out. And he was just like, they're like, are you okay? Switch up is so quick. And so I'm like, it must feel dumb. And obviously they're young. Everyone in these videos is like super young doing dumb shit. But you have to watch that in the hospital, probably like, I could have just not done that and I would have avoided all of this.
You're right.
Oh, yeah.
Man,
I
it's
remember
so bad.
I would like, it's like the type of thing where you don't want to look, but you can't look away.
Yes.
Like whenever they would pop up on my feed. I saw one where a girl's arm, it like bent away it should not have, but surprisingly it wasn't broken.
What?
And I was like, I watched it like 5 times. I was like, this is insane.
They make me cringe, but like Scar. Do you guys remember that show? Do you guys ever watch it on MTV?
Mm-mm.
It was like just skateboarding freak accidents essentially.
No, I can't watch stuff
Yeah,
like that.
and so their arms would always be like, dude, I broke my arm.
Well, I
And it's
remember
just like,
everyone would watch it, like you, Cito,
Mhm.
Carlos, Aramis. I'm like, I can't watch it. Like I would watch one scene, I'm like, I'm done. And there's like
Yeah.
3 scenes per episode.
Oh yeah.
it was, ugh.
Mm-mm.
That's why, yeah. I mean, Tosh Pono, it's funny because it'll happen and then he'll make a joke about it. Man, this Tosh Pono channel that I found on Pluto TV, that's just 24 hours of the Tosh Pono. I'm slowly working through all the episodes.
Oh my gosh.
I've had a couple reruns that I'm like, I don't want to watch that.
You know what's a show that's needs to be more talked about that we were watching all together when Carlos was here? I don't think you weren't here, David, but Impractical Jokers. It's so funny.
It's
but
so good.
It's like so cringy.
Yeah, some of the scenes are really hard to watch.
But like you can't stop watching it, and it's just so funny.
It is so good.
When you hear like about it, you're like, that sounds dumb. But when you're watching it, you're like, no, this is
that
good.
is mad funny.
Mm-hmm.
You did what? No.
The one I was cringing really hard on is when they had to pretend to be like fast food workers, and they were telling them what to say, like say this,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a guy that was about to pay. He's like, oh, I forgot how he said. He's like, say someone's about to pay with change, and he couldn't do it. He's
And
like,
that was easy. You could have done it.
he's like, we got someone that's about to pay with credit card.
See, that's the thing. I mean, they got a good cast, obviously. Their chemistry's good and they're mad funny. You get people that are a little too reckless. They'll just do everything. It's like, oh, it's not
Just
even a
jackass at
challenge.
that point.
True. Imagine we got a squad to do in Practical Jokers.
I couldn't do
The
it.
dumb stuff we'd be telling people
I
to
can't
say
do
in the ear, like, it's so dumb. I can't even think of anything off
I
the top of my
know. They'll be like at the mall and like, tell that lady nice jugs. Something crazy. I'm like,
Right.
I can't do that.
Go up to the shoe shine people with like the dirtiest shoes. Like, can you fix these?
Go to the shoe shine people with no shoes on.
Yo, scrub these dogs.
It's something they would do.
The dirty dogs.
That is a good one.
Is that right there?
Write that down.
You're just in like flip flops.
Yo, I need a deep clean.
The mandals.
Scrub them up.
Go to one of the t-shirt stands where they print t-shirts. It's like, all right, I need t-shirt, a his and hers, like I'm the beauty, I'm the beast, and then give the t-shirt to the worker like, you're my beauty. Let's wear this together.
What else? I feel like if we got a good 10, 15 minutes more.
Should we talk about that new Selena Gomez song that we just listened to on break?
I didn't hear it.
Yeah, you were gone because we were on break.
Yeah.
Well, all I was going to say was, what's up with the Lana Del Rey-ification of a lot of like pop artists? I feel like that song gave kind of Lana Del Rey vibes. I feel like Taylor Swift's best song, Fortnite, it gives very much Lana Del Rey vibes, which I'm not mad about. But
In what way? Like,
kind of just like I don't know, like the vocal delivery, like almost kind of like spacey and airy.
okay.
Like the vibe to it, as opposed to the content of it, you know?
I feel like, okay, we're talking about Sunset Boulevard by Selena Gomez that just dropped. I feel
like
like
it.
it's more poppy though. Like, I don't think of Lana Del Rey like that much like pop.
I don't know. It's just like something I've noticed.
Like how Billie Eilish sings.
Kind of, but I feel like Billie's almost carved her own path too.
Yeah,
With it.
I think
Whereas
Billie
like,
is different.
where like Taylor Swift is a very different vibe, but then she tapped into that for that song, and then it like popped off. And now the Selena Gomez song I could see doing very well. But yeah, obviously it's got a Selena Gomez twang or a Taylor Swift twang, so it's gonna be more poppy. Whereas like yeah, it's a different like almost like a R&B. I don't even know what you would classify like actual like Lana Del Rey music, like indie, like pure indie,
more like indie
alternative something, alternative pop.
But I don't think I've heard Fortnite by Taylor Swift.
It's the one with Post Malone.
Yeah. It's nothing. It's ruining my life.
I think I've played it because Post Malone was in it, but it didn't catch my attention, so I don't remember what it sounds like.
His part is so like small too. I feel like he
I'll play it
harmonizes.
sometimes.
It's good. It's good. I like that song.
I'll have to give it another try.
I don't know. Just an observation. But I guess that's all pop music, right? They all just tap into whatever is like popping.
Yeah.
And things get recycled. You know, obviously Lana Del Rey had her moment like 10 years ago. Obviously she's still doing well for herself with her TikTok sounds and stuff.
I will say one thing that kind of annoys me a little bit with pop songs is just how much they'll resample songs. So like you'll hear a song that originally came out in the 80s or 90s, then it was sampled in the 2000s, and then again in the 2010s, and then again now
in the 20s. Yeah.
And some of them, I guess some of them are good, but a lot of them, the original is like my favorite.
Do you have one in mind?
Yeah, the one, it's a Mariah Carey song. Hold on, give me one second.
Like that's the original is Mariah Carey?
Yeah.
All I want for Christmas is you. When they did that to I'm Blue, that one was like big in my childhood, and that recently was like sampled. I don't like it because I love the original and I always have as a kid. So when it comes on, I think it's the original, and then it's like the new song, and I'm like, it's fine, but it's not what I want.
Yeah, or I feel like it's nice if it's sampled and you kind of build off of it, whether it's the theme or the vibe. But I'm blanking on which song it was, but
so the
like when go ahead.
The Mariah Carey song is Fantasy.
Okay.
Actually, I do like the song that sampled it. It's I wasn't prepared. I don't know these songs by name.
Oh
okay,
yeah,
this one.
Yeah,
and it did get sampled right.
I don't want to play too much of it so we don't get copyright, but that's the Mariah Carey song.
It's Big Energy, I think. Yeah, it is.
Big Energy.
Lotto.
Oh.
I will say I do like this song though.
Yeah.
In this particular instance, both of them are bangers.
I'm forgetting what song it was, but like Kehlani on one of her recent albums sampled the song, and I feel like it's a Latin song. I'm forgetting what it was, but it just like totally went in a different direction. Like instead of being like a club anthem, I don't know, she did something different with it, where it's like if you're gonna sample a club anthem, make it a banger, you know, build off of it. Is like how I feel about it. Like Shabuzi, the Tipsy bar song, samples everybody in the club getting tipsy, but he like does it in a country twang way. I'm like, that's kind of a cool switch up. That's why it's like everybody at the bar getting tipsy. But yeah, it's like a play off of that.
Oh.
So that's like fun. Drake in his recent album sampled one of his old songs from the Take Care era. And that's kind of cool. Like when you can sample
Yeah.
your own, like you have such a deep catalog, you can do that.
Dang, Drake lover. Drake fan.
Damn, I'm a fan. No.
Damn, now that you say that, there actually are some pretty good songs that
Like-
use the old samples.
And like twist it a little bit enough to make it like an original thing,
Yeah.
or feel like it's paying homage to it, like kind of like respecting it.
See, I guess I don't like when it's just like very obvious where like, oh, we just took the beat and we're just changing the lyrics, or like they just throw out the same chorus but then they change all the verses.
Right.
Another one I like that Drake also did is the I'm Too Sexy for My Shirt.
Okay. Right.
But then he has his own Too Sexy song, and
Mhm.
it's like, obviously you can tell he's referencing the original, but it's different.
Yeah. And it's, like it builds off it with the beat, and then it had
Mhm.
its own moment too. You know, that summer I feel like people were
Mhm.
rocking with that.
I guess one comparison I can think of is so like the original Star Wars movies came out,
Hmm.
and then George Lucas made like the prequels, and that added to the story. But then you get the sequels, and the sequels are like trying to repeat what the originals did, and then they
Mhm.
have a lot of references where it's like there's a scene and it stops for a second to be like, remember this?
Like a flashback
Yeah,
or something.
it's like, you know this if you've seen the other movies, and it's like it's just in your face. It's way too obvious.
Yeah, too obvious. That's kind of how I felt with the Han Solo movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could tell they did stuff on purpose for the nostalgia of like the original
Mhm.
movies. But I mean, maybe they didn't do it too much, so I still liked it. But I could see that getting old if they do it every single new movie.
Yeah.
Where it feels like a money grab almost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like you're just putting something out to put it out. Like, is it the same caliber as what we come to expect from this franchise? Maybe not, but maybe they're on a timeline. So they got to bust something out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a nice shout out, but give me a good movie. It's, you know,
Mhm. That builds upon itself. You know, doesn't rely on.
give me a good story.
How do you guys feel about the new Shrek movie? Have you guys seen the animation?
Oh, no, I haven't peeped.
I didn't even know there was a new
Yeah, I didn't
Shrek
know there was a
movie.
new Shrek on the horizon.
Zendaya's in it. It's she plays Shrek's
Shrek?
daughter. She
Oh.
does not play Shrek.
It's my swamp now.
So it's like a big controversy because the animation just looks slightly different that people are not happy. So this is kind of the new animation.
Oh.
Like he
oh,
looks, they
yeah.
look
He
the
looks
same,
the same.
but they look
the daughter
different.
looks, I guess she's a new character.
Shrek does
but
look different.
No, he looks
little
different,
different.
too. It's weird because it's like I can't put my finger on what looks different, but
Yeah, like
It
they
looks
made
like-
his face different.
it looks as if the animators who make Trolls movie
Yeah.
did it.
Like his face is more narrow, not as wide.
okay, ask her pinpointing it exactly.
Oh, because I
He
have
said face analysis.
the pictures of the original Shrek movie up on my phone right now.
Well, at least Pinocchio still looks sexy.
I'm wearing women's underwear.
Yeah, it's slight, but just enough to be a little offsetting, a little off-putting.
How is there Shrek 5? Wasn't the one before it Shrek the final chapter?
Or like, wasn't it like Shrek Forever After?
Something like that.
I guess there was a play on the word for. They were gonna keep it going.
I don't know, but there's a Shrek 5. I still have to watch Shrek 3, 4. and
Is Shrek 3 when he turns into a human?
that's Shrek 2.
Hmm.
Shrek the Third is Shrek 3.
That's just one of those movies that no matter how many they make, the original is gonna be the best.
For sure. When you come out with a Smash Mouth hit,
Dude,
Come
the
on,
second
man.
one is
The
is
second one
good.
is
very
also
strong
good.
contender.
Yeah,
I don't know which one I like more.
it's
Do you-
another Toy Story situation.
Yeah, like the first and second are both like just as good. The first one is like more of an intro to the characters, and the
Mhm.
second one you already know them, so then it's like the plot is good.
Yeah.
Sam, do you think human Shrek is hot? Was he supposed to be hot?
Human Shrek is handsome.
He's handsome?
Yeah, way better looking than Prince Charming.
Really?
You think Prince Charming looked better than Human Shrek?
I don't know. Human Shrek just looks. I don't know. I'm not sold.
I think Prince Charming physically is good looking, but his personality makes him
For
unattractive.
sure. Yeah.
The scene with the lip gloss. Blah.
Insta ick.
Yeah, it's the ick. I think the only thing I don't like about Human Shrek is they made his eyes like a little too pretty. Like,
Mm.
so it looks a little girly. But
Damn, he is handsome.
he's
He looks-
handsome.
He looks like he could be Latino.
I think you convinced me. I think he's handsomer than Prince Charming.
Oh, way handsomer. And Prince
Okay,
Charming
and he
is
looks
like scrawny.
stacked. Yeah.
He's like muscular, large man.
He's giving lumberjack.
Yes, he's giving lumberjack, exactly.
Mr. Brawny guy. All right. I'll give it up. I don't know. Whenever I think of it, I'm like, that. I mean, obviously, I have to make it look like Shrek.
Yeah,
He's an ogre.
like Shrek is handsome and Prince Charming is pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's pretty boy. Little pretty boy, soft hands. As long as they make the dragon sexy still, too. I don't care.
She's bad as hell.
You're
buddy.
a girl dragon.
Of course you're a girl dragon.
And she's just like,
She blows the smoke in the heart. Dang, and they made babies too.
Little donkey dragons.
monstrosities.
All right. Anything else? Should we wrap it up?
Let's wrap it up.
Let's call it.
All right. Thank you all for listening. Don't forget to tune in next time. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Follow us on Instagram at Eating Good Pod. And have a good day. Bye.
Bye.
It's fine.